Right, back on schedule, another Final Fantasy 16 stream. So let's gonna continue some more of the story and let's just get right into it. Okay, so I'm sitting at some level 88 quests at the moment. So that's really good. So we're getting closer to the end of the story. From there, I'm level 89, so I've got enough cash line, I think, to probably at least maybe get some decent crafted level 9 in a moment. Well, after a little bit of leveling. So might even get to that by the end of the stream, I guess. And then we'll be all good. There's probably a few things I haven't done with my character to assign all the new abilities. I'll work on that separately. Alright, so we are sitting on the mission. We haven't activated the new mission yet, so going underground. Portiono's ability to maintain a stiff upper lip is being sorely tested. He's not too happy. He has to accommodate for the boys. Whole team. Instructed, I shall take you to see Aether Burner. Meet me outside the Archeon. I trust you can make your own way there. Won't even. But the Ark is being built in Brinthos. Hardly surprising, where else would they do such a undertaking? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. Grab that. Alright. Out Vista record. In order to accommodate for the 99 members of the forum, the seating in their assembly hall is arranged in the shape of a spiral. From above is one is reminded of the symbol of emblazoned Guardian flag, the Nautilus shell, that keeps the water of knowledge. Brinthos is here, so it's probably going to be through. Is going to be in order to wish Brinthos? Sir, yes, I do. I don't think I was able to actually get in and out that way. What I've got. Oh. Headed over to the quest halfway. Let me see if I can get there from. I'll pick up that quest along the way. even be... There we go. Do this one, it's going to give it 830. Yes, there can be no doubt these shaggled... I have uncovered a specimen's trail. It should be close. Find it under threat from the local fauna you may. Out of the way. Always good to do while they're in the area. Prevent. Level quests, trying to make sure that if somebody checks it out that they don't get spoiled. Certain types of... Should be, hopefully. Trying to do it through events Livestream, but I haven't quite mastered that. Good. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad you're unharmed. Safe now, come on, let's go home. Archeon is under threat. I must. All right. Can understand. Are you able to communicate with him? Incredible, I've met somebody with such a skill before. Bundle of Joy was born in Labyrinthos, however, abandoned by his mother and quite a state by the time we found him. Possesses remarkable intelligence for one of his kind. We've elected to part of his study into the effects of growing up in an artificial environment. I had seen him making gestures that indicated he'd reading the tomes here, but I thought he was just copying them around him. I think he understands speech. I wonder exactly why you're able to understand him and I am not. Oh, wouldn't I give to understand? That's the echo, don't you? Find it difficult. The way you grow, the way you your kind, but I suppose it makes. I happen to learn of said power from the Archeon. Honestly, that buffoon, by a sea of knowledge he makes. Anyway, I'm glad to find someone to talk to. As I was saying earlier, the Archeon, Burlesque cleaner, managed woodworms in with them during a visit. If we leave them be, they're bound to cause irreparable damage. I tried my best to tell that buffoon, but it was. I took a hint and eyes help, but you saw how that turned out. What is he saying? Does your buffoon mention? It was most courageous of Ryan Salt. Aware of it, we just from once and for all. Would you mind helping him out a little longer? You're the only one who can understand him after all, and seems that arms ahead of us. Okay. Plus a little roll complete. Got my current. Good. Probably a bunch down. Now, east. I'll find all them later. Now that I've done that quest, Archeon. The nation lies in the law. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the lift. Step inside and have hopefully medial core. Found Exo on computer first. What have we got this? Okay. Saying yesterday that I was having problems with the mice not going police act that was happening now, but picking up on the game, because I'm pretty sure that some of these things have a voice acting for anything. So, but the Xbox properties are really hard to find. And these days, the Dolby Atmos, all of the surround sound things kind of pop up, are really annoying. Fine. Dolby. Oh, Dolby. If anything, it's probably just a setting. It's where it's set. And with that, why is it? The speakers are the center channel that normally takes the voice is either low or non-existent. A lot of the middle channel taking sound properly. Property. I'll have to find it later again. Pretty sure I have it set to stereos, but if it's defaulted to Microsoft surround, it's gonna be the audio, because I'm voicing over a lot of the information. It happens in text, but the problem is channel feed, or if my over that. I only really do that when streaming, or when I've got the everything or the I don't need that. Lift. I have sent your associate to Logisticon Alpha on the other side of agronomics. Actually, there is something I've been meaning to. Never mind, it can wait. Let us attend. What's the best way? Alright, I'm gonna have to go down from the bottom all the way down. Got an 8. 200. There might be something just around here. Yeah, I could go get that. North to run that. There it is. Where is... Leave that alone. We are to wait here while our father arranges for us to lift. Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are drawn from underground and disperses vapor, stimulating the formation. By manipulating temperature and air circulation, they're able to create the ideal environment for growth and biology. Yeah. How do you know so much about it? My father brought me here as a child. And he left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I had asked father how the clouds were made, so he decided to pick me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. It's all too easy to take granted the many interweavings of the natural world grow injured and wondrous, and gained an understanding of complex mechanisms employed by the Laportes in creating a similar environment. I have come to view such processes Iranian gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar position for the ancient zodiac, habitations built for beneath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. Or coincident. Island unfolded, plus the grim fate that awaits if there is ever every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation for the Great Exodus. But that is not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on the distant stars. Though the Laportes have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Last time is not on our side. I've arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restriction and will have free reign to come and go as you please, such as the will of the Forum after. Prove ourselves worthy of their trust, your trust. Indeed. 3 of the From the Skins of the 7th Dawn are permitted to enter this. Burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Dankle, after Cockle Dankle, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. Kind of into a little bit of. So it looks like there's some kind of main area just here somewhere. I might be able to get that. I might not. Down. Nearby. Down. 48 arms. That'll just be here. Oh. Ow. Around. How's it going? Bit of Endwalker story. Getting close to the end of it now. Final couple of areas. About level 89. Go. Buckles full. Got old Cockle Dankle here. I could swap him out. No, been there, done that. Damn, he lost me eyebrows. Think, Cockle, think. We'd be well on our way to paradise, visionaries, patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishment. And rather lovely. I mean, Master Foshino, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we? Hey, Zach. Welcome. I knew someone was in there, I just didn't know who it was. Schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. I'm popping in. Still feeling a bit ratty, huh? Why the forum is elected to accept assistance in resolving the Aether burden. It's a me. Huh? Not seen you lot around here before. There are Archons among their numbers, but engineering their expertise. Nevertheless, the forum concedes a slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit. I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about the troubles with the Aether Burner. Aye. I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the Aether Burner burns aether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even back out in the black void where the aethers right pass, it's strong enough to move our arc, and it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back, fast enough for the forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. 6%, you say? But if you couldn't squeeze another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built a way now consume all parts? Yeah, I've not stopped trying to struggle through, like, talking through this and not coughing all the time here as well, so it's not very good. Yes, they're two conducting their own research for lack of a ready end. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are measurably massive. No easy feat to convert technologies into a means of propulsion for a teeny toy boat, as they say. And as I most certainly do not. Yes, exactly, damn it all. I asked for refined adamantine and they send me uppity rabbits with suitable ancient, incomparable technology. You trying to drive me mad? Speak of elegant refined adamantine, perchance? Of it? In the most general terms, I'm afraid, it was an alloy of elegant make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Delamode's construction at launch. Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive as far as I know. Plotting some in like blowing up a dam and watching the river of aether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it, though. Fortunate enough to salvage some for the aether burner. Just a wee bit, mined, from a chunk of Delamode that came hurling into the North Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame we've no other sources. If I can't craft it for you, mate. Surely the many shards of Delamode scattered through Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantine from them? Right, believe you me, only a few specialized pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive cores from Ragnarok class internment hulks, those are the prize bits we really need. But according to the gleaners, getting them means delving deep into the shards. Fencers are still very eager to follow. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'll make it out alive. Weren't we near that part of Ragnarok when we destroyed Bahamut? Fetch the what's-its. This sounds like a job for someone else. Of course you want me to go to fetch the That may be for the best, though you doubtless find a task too dull for your life. There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves might not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantine shards from the shards simultaneously. Is the link shell we established before you went to Golemon still active? Of course, the floor is yours. This? Firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet to build a bonfire to carry us heaven. Alphino, Eons have need of you. Good, I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest outfit. Somewhat preoccupied with the final day, so I'll lead the 12th expedition myself. Aware of any other signs of refinement. Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would likely have found their way into the hands of aetherologists or enthusiasts. Artifacts of elegant design, Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of lesser moon scar our soil? But our stake in this cause is no less for it. Anything in Othard that might be of use to you? Othard, you say? You've got friends in far places, lad. Any road, if you're offering. I wouldn't say no to one of those far eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the aether burner and 3, 2, 1, kaboom! Gather you heard this explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic? I'll be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials we need to crash it. Glad for the work, in truth. Better be busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold. You're still standing about yapping. There's a plunder and for the taken, and I'm a born plunderer. I'll be in old Charlene before you know it. Start mixing the grog. Certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful. Like that? Aye, it's like that, our refined adamantine. Now let us consider our next step, shall we? There's much to be done. What are you up to today, Zach? Times like these we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alphino has become. Who'd have thought he'd have achieved so much with a single Linkwell conversation? We're expecting rather a lot of visitors in this. I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant party. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. And who might that be? Me to know and for you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Please go. In Uldar. Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantine from shards of Delamod and procure arcane relics of elegant make. Best and brightest of our immortal flames, and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon us the Sultan Sword and Brass Blades support as you must. Can't send word to the guilds. We might require the expertise of master artisans if we have any hope of identifying and recovering these materials. Zach, if you're there, listen to this cutscene and let me know if you hear them talking and if it's clear and loud. I probably have to go back and check, but I need to change a few settings on my computer. I've been trying to work it out. Vigorous, we have need of your stone torches. Assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and helping cure the surrounding areas. Truska, I can account for it. Commander of the stone torches, my son Zimberg will personally do it done. See, this thing that's going on, I was saying this yesterday, pretty much, I don't know if it's a setting with my headphones, or if it's a setting within the game, but some of the voice cutscenes are actually loud, and I can hear the voices. But in the faint, far background of some of these cutscenes, you've got, you can hear like an echo of the voice acting. And there's supposed to be a whole bunch of voice acting, but and I'm pretty sure it's there, and it just seems like this muffled thing. So I'm reading all of these things out loud. Yeah, exactly. I'm reading all these things out loud, and there's something going on in the background where you can kind of just faintly hear the sound of the characters. So I'm thinking, like, was it my computer with, you know, the sonic surround sound or the Dolby settings or something that's screwing with it, or what? I don't know. I need to fool around with it. But it's I'm sure at least some of this stuff is voice acting. Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest and with Donor's blade clear the way. Yeah, I can hear it through my headset. And it's very, very, very faint. And I kind of feel like it might, or it might not be. Maybe the faint sound is actually an effect that they have, but you can hear the distinct, like, differences in the voices, like in the character reflections and stuff, like, and the voices and stuff. But it's just so faint in that if I didn't have my head up, like I just turned it up just then, and it was, but it's just like it's not prominent. Like if I click to the next section, talking, and it's kind of behind the music as well. Other muffle there. Anyway, I'll work it out one day. It's just really strange. So, Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search of elegant relics. Surely you know some are being traded in the open markets or sleeping in collectors. Of course, I ask that you do this out of the kindness of your heart by all means. Not that profit on the transactions as I wish the joy of it. Final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, we'll do best efforts may be or not. Yet when we Aeozins rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple? Seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible together. Yeah, which is okay. because realistically, like, to stream a lot of this content, so Uldar will answer that call, will summon courage and fight in the world's future. These ones are just auto-doing processing. You know that your duties, Nanamo Ul Namo, 17th line of the bid, you fucking bid. Okay. Yeah, so realistically, like, to stream a lot of the Square Enix content, you have to not only have the cutscenes and let the cutscenes playing and stuff like that. Like, because they don't really like just you copying, like, their existing. But reading it aloud puts my own inflection on it. So meanwhile in Black Shroud, and that actually puts a bit of creative narrative back on the user, which actually makes it more feasible as like a streamable, like, so because there's so many cutscenes and story, spending so much time watching scenes and seeing voice acting, actually saying the voice acting yourself is actually kind of a little bit more creative, I guess, for a stream. We fielded a good number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be little help in destroying defenses. Still, it has been it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must heal ourselves with protracted. Might I suggest taking us along? And a Hext, what are you doing here? I feel like her outfit's gotten a little bit more shiny. None of the shards in Gil Albania are big enough to hold an infinite hold. We said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might have brought on people with talent for breaking things. Here we go, we've got all our monks here. Got the team. While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Are our deficiencies so plain to see? Might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well, I know your people, and I know we'll be stronger if we fight this thing together. I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Let us speak for how to integrate our forces. Let it be for nothing, I promise. Quite a bit of cutscene as well, so there you are. I've no time to waste, brother. Everyone, for warning up if there's a lot of big cutscenes. Oh, a dragon's roar. while in the rubies. Going between all of the expansion areas and saying what's going on between all the areas, rallying the troops. And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Bolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures. Fine. I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy of Flag. That? Pretty much an Indian. Look at it. Hancock, what a surprise is this? Put us one at that. I have a favor to ask her. Alrighty. No job too small. Alphino is resisting the urge to pat himself on the back. Oh, he's a happy little lad. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantine and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else we might do to the surface? Ah, you've already done more than enough. I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about elegant technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes, ashen hair, seem to know more than the average scholar. Only if only Master Cockle knew how right he was. While he and Gra establish a rapport, why don't we help with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose this is not our favour. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarise yourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse, and if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantine. I'm just used to saying adamant because that's what they normally call it. Anyway, well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? You mind lending hand? I know where you ought to go. Charlie and Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. But that lot need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Cool. That's not too far away, that's pretty much where I went. To get that crystal. Looks like the story's ramping up to do something else here, so... From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much we can help to offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of the fresh inspirations Clark Monte mentioned. Start by asking around, ideally without getting in any way. Meet by the Aetherite once a week. Right, so now I just need to find a couple of people to talk to. The Ark, even with the power Master Cockles is out of the Aether burner, it's still not enough apparently. And now I hear the final days have arrived, horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun the exodus sooner. People are dying and there'd be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment, believe in the plan, and we'll. A hunt here. Well, they like to hide them in all the crevasses. Okay. Offering to help, that's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents with help. Mostly a list of things we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose as our next home, the duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions. They'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators will come down to us in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person after having communicated with them in such a limited capacity. But, to be perfectly honest, I've not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous looming giants. I would prefer something small and fluffy, like that hat rabbit that ran by. Oh, it is the rabbits. Enjoy that then, won't he? Alright, where is this last little character? Go on the buildings. Open here maybe. Over there. And I'll put that. Go. Hello. Are you one of the new helpers? On the Aether burner. Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I'd like to choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day out is tiring, thankless work. You'll not want to be across if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. The forum's got enough on their plate as it is, what with deciding who gets to board the Ark and when. A lot of powerful people have opinions on that. My heart goes out to the Master Fortuno, and the others hardly get a moment's rest. I expect they even have time to sleep. Before I activate the Aetherite, I'm just going to mission real quick. Aether. Let the good times roll. Veterinary Charlotte Hamlet is a problem. Excuse me, sir, I couldn't help but notice that you've a way about you that seems I have an affinity for creatures in the wilds. And since I'm never wrong about such things, might I trouble you? Amongst the troops of trolls living in the outer circuit, I came upon one who picked up beyond measure. took the poor creature in and at once and saw him healed, of course. But when I attempted to return him to his rightful home, he flew into a panic as if he had a thought of going back. To make matters worse, the troll saw fit to escape into a den of Analis. I would go after him, but I'm so fumble-footed I'll scare him off as not, and be torn limb from limb by the fiends. So I turn to you. Would you seek out this troll of which I spoke? I shall provide you with his favorite food, and with it you should be able to calm the piteous thing. Hopefully that will be enough to speed his sword and for him to come hurrying back. Though I shudder to think of it, if any of those fellow Analis seek to impede you or pester that troll, make those beasts regret their interference. Oh, and don't worry, he'll be rewarded for you. Alright, that's a cool little quest, not too far away. It's gonna be down here somewhere, so I might as well go do it. So that I'm on track with those Aether quests. Here somewhere. Alright, I'll see you later, Zach. Thanks for hanging around. I'm only going to be doing this for maybe, I don't know, within the next hour, right? So, I don't know if I'll end up doing any spell break, but I will probably be helping Neo out with Dante's Inferno. And I think Todd's coming home a little bit earlier today, so there might be some food. I'm a wayward troll. Use the right fruit. There we go. Over. Wow. Happy troll. To the south. Ooh. It's actually a current history. And I can't thank you enough. And they may not look it, but the trolls are really quite intelligent. Indeed, they are an big part of the woodlands of Labyrinthos and keep it healthy and thriving. So we've a responsibility to put down more violent and unruly ones. Most trolls, such as this one, are kind, docile things. In fact, my friend here has a real chance of becoming the leader of his tribe, even a guardian of the forest someday. It is we who saw these creatures from their natural habitats and relocated them within Labyrinthos. Thus, we have a responsibility to watch over them, to ensure they are well, and it would be too cruel to dispose of one simply because of the weather. Yes, your reward here, as promised. Now then, it's high time I saw this fellow return to the outer circuit. Farewell, eventually. Peace, tribe. Get rid of this buffalo. See what's going on with the fellows. There we are. Right. Fancy meeting you. Go. Our friends in the farm brought us here to see the teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't magic. What we're really interested in is Aetheris itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniature version of it. We're hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears that they've been rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. I suppose we just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we're planning to do until we chanced upon Oringer and self. As you're both dawdling about, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Wouldn't that be fun? Sure. Wise guides. Try as he might, Oringer cannot free himself of the parts. Tour of Labyrinthos. An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and best ways, twould be in our best interest to with them. Deemed optimal by their Charlene collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance on my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. Mayhap thou art better suited to this venture. What a marvelous idea! Might we begin with the great big what's it over yonder? Yes, the what's it. I shall leave its explanation to Kyo. What's it? To build something so large without creation magic's positive leads. Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features. Search for the apparatus for points of interest. Move the camera as well as in and out to carry with the right mouse button. Right. Let's find some execution. Righto. It's a little hard to see from here, but is that golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks? And I can see through the window another pipe at the bottom. Must be purifying water drawn up from below. tube. Is that what I hear from inside that great big tube? Must be because those cogs of the gigantic wheel at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they drop water. That's probably some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism. Next. Mushroom-like thing. Like the trees in Greatest Ensdale. Hold on, that's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom, but it's big and at the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced, too. That makes sense. That's where they store the water. Is that everything? Yes. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from the underground, presumably with some other mechanism, purified here and stored in that tower before being distributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. Designed brilliance in its simplicity, I dare say it would take only a moment to install, even in the harshest environments. Crystal porous, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is the utmost importance for any settlement. Read, however, that peoples of Theris sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Many settlements in Thanalan are built near an oasis. Areas near waterfalls are common sites of it. Wherever you choose to live, you're never far from... Oh dear, I worry we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from drying out completely, but it would appear they rely on it far too much than we anticipated. Oh no! A few adjustments may be in order once you've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. It may be worth learning more about how exactly to obtain their water in the first place. Master Alphino spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during their journey on Alpha. Did he not? Mayhap the Leporites will share his appreciation for the engineering marvel. But yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Shal. Hamlet, I shall lead the way. Brave the untamed wilderness. And indeed, we could not help but notice that many dangerous-looking creatures with big, nasty teeth lurk beyond the safe confines of this settlement. If we are not escorted here by burly custodians, I dread think what would have become of us. Regrettably, to many a hungry predator with the aforementioned big, nasty teeth, the pirates may appear to be potential and rather appetizing sustenance. Might I impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage? Alpha? For my part, I shall act as an escort to Living Way and Cooking Way. I entrust Singing Way and Growing by care. More valiant protector they could wish for. Godspeed. All the same to you, I'd rather not be BC. Come along, Growing Way, to the water extraction, what's it? Yep, there. Oh, looks like they got themselves into trouble. So much. Really hope this water extraction what it is worth the harrowing experiences. Or part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp if it's all the same. My friends, I bid you welcome to destination to fly at the lift's top. Pray follow me. You could use this lift should you wish to go to Media Circuit. Let me know if you headed that way. Yes. Simply marvelous. So this is where the magic or science rather takes place. Perfect environment to sustain life artificially created. The knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for humankind to inhabit. Apparently most of them don't even need to breathe. You're all very lucky that Aetherius just provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out that way because of the available resources? Either way, it's short of nothing of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. I actually have a couple of coffers that'll be a little bit extra. Striking bottoms. A little bit. Oh, wrong area. Here, so that'll be a bit of a different look. That is the velvet top striking. Right, so going back to a little bit more of a look, I guess. Probably because the end game here makes it a little bit more, so you go for some plain and just more fun. Game, but I kind of like this. It's kind of like a treasure huntery kind of look, I guess. Agriculture shop. Cooking Way is eager to change a change of venue, or at least a change. This is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where is the food? I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Merrill Ergonomics, as I imagine Singway and the others. study every conceivable facet of this apparatus. Would thou speak so kind to escort our culinarian? Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully, I'll be able to see firsthand the delicacy there was about. Even his incredibly vivid, if not too verbose, descriptions that cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention, Etheris will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there's time. No further delay. Foreboding. They expect it. Gone. It's a be in the world no matter what. But stories coming to a close. How far away is this? Just to go. Oh, sorry about that. Place, yes. Heady aroma was enough to guide me here, and I've spotted several of the fruit and vegetables. Welcome. Oh, sorry about that again. Okay. Okay. Love some time. Oh, impossible. Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge of the samples. I think he wanted pies or something. Looking away is now a company. Hey, cool. Cool. Alright. So let's go this way. Fine messes. You, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'll show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my going for exits. And I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do what we do down up here, up there. First on the moon, then to whichever star the farm decides will become a new home. It's all so sudden, so unreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in their new environments, many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. I merely wish to sample a little of your produce if we may. By all means, help yourself. Much appreciated, my good fellow. So where do we begin? Alright. Go get here. Now that we're here. Oh, I know, but these are grapes, yes. Let's see if they're as delicious as they look. So sweet, so sour, the taste is like a ripe Brussels carrot, and yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit is within is most peculiar. Though far from unpleasant, yes, I think I'll try another. certainly given me food for thought, though in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what is your opinion of grapes? I'd be brave enough to draw a bunch of things. I'd rather hit rancid pick a turtle, but I'll just go yes, I think they're good. They're rather moorish, aren't they? What I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make intoxicating beverages, as I recall. Anyway, that's enough about grapes. Being on to the next tree. Orange by name, orange by nature. In first, the fruit or the color, who cares? Let's eat. That's equal parts sweet and sour as with the grapes. They're nothing alike. I may have a consult and share about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the word to describe it. That's what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you all turn your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though as they are, still are in my estimation. Let no one say I say otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in that field over there. Over there. Color, that texture, are they some enormous round carrots? No, in any case the proper nomenclature is less of a concern than the taste. Black. It's hard and flavorless, as well as might as well be chewing a piece of wood. It all confirms that these are nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as good carrots. Stop, can't you see these are pumpkins? No one can in any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Do you not find it an awful bother? From it, cook a joy unto it. What's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favourite dishes as long as I can. Even these hard blocks of plant matter, delicious as they are. But though, is there anything more delicious even up? How about that yellow fruit over yonder? Check it out. The water is fragrance. Good luck. With luck, I'll have a flavour tonight. As I've seen, no idea what these are, how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it. My tongue, is this poison? You mean it's supposed to taste like this? Maybe some time before the palate recovers from the ordeal. As such, I'd best call an end to the round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to others. Okay. Alright. Have you? I trust you found something you're liking. Rather enamoured with the grapes milk. Less so with pumpkin, though I learnt the hard way that nothing is raw. Then there was this lemon, the deceiver. I still feel so violated. First time, was it? I hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth in more ways than one. Give you this lemon muffin I bake. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing. Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss for me to spurn this opportunity to... This came up here. Learn more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin. Delicious! Oh, I still detect a hint of lemon. It complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never would have guessed it. Its vile bitterness would be utilized so elegantly. The chap is breathtaking. See, we rarely use lemon in its natural state, but it has a starring role in all sorts of recipes. The same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making most of the resources at our disposal. Sometimes it can even be the difference between life and death. Be able to take every speaker with us. No doubt the Forum agonized over what was worth preserving and what will be consigned to his hard choices, but we'll make them if we must, if we are to survive. Strength of soul. Now I know what Highlands is. The Loparites. We are both born from accumulated knowledge of the. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fate of the stars themselves. Civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival. It will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of and achieve perfection. Therein lies its folly and its doubt. Perfection is an unattainable ideal. It is the paradox of immaculate character. Civilizations immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs of incurring on their futile quests, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in the knowing that our existence can be content with what we have and make the most of it. Then, when life gives you lemons, you make lemons. Here you go. They did it. Put it all together. Pardon my Eorzean, but what in the seven hells are you on about? Who are you anyway? Cooking way at your service. I'm here to prepare for the trip to the moon. Get there. You'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many Aetherius species as possible, if you're up to the challenge. Of course, I'll look forward to it. It's all been highly productive, probably. Let's go out and see if Urianger and the others have run out of machinery to infect, shall we? That was Alright, back we go. Alright, getting close to the end of the stream. I was going to do a little bit more than 2 hours today, but not feeling 100%, so it's just kind of like good to like just keep it for this. Really have to push on with this story though. Don't have a whole lot of time. You know, keep it on track, keep it. Need to get through it. But I'll try and do some more next week, if not beforehand. But I think it's probably going to be. That was most enlightening, especially the part about the lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any other places famed for their cuisine? Limsa was home of the Culinarians Guild, and many less said establishments. Okay. Go with Limsa. PRP on. Would that I had time to visit, I would learn more over this. The more I wish I could share it from the final days. Alas, Heidelin's orders are to flee, not to resist. If only there was some other way. Where have you unfortunately been? The two of you have been engaged in pursuits of education and nature. Should have taken it too. I am a leader after all. Need to know everything. Oh right, Sage Council. Granger appears to be telling the Laportes in preparation for imminent departure. I trust thy time at Merrill Agronomics did bear fruit. Our own efforts too were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of education riches. No doubt our guests, relentless pursuit of knowledge, occupying them, and us for a fortnight. Alas, time is of the essence. Let us return to Charlotte Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every Laporte there should further questions to answer arise. Alright. Back over this way. Oh, save some time. It was indeed me verbalizing a sigh to express my emotional state. You want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data for the Logistic Alpha, and that's why. Forest is so lovely and so leafy. Are all your forests like this? Black Shroud is quite leafy, place it on tranquility. Verdun at least Barney is really proud. See the forests of the first purple. Gas placing. With a star so wonderful, it comes no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was fooled to think otherwise. I assumed that the moon was something worth being proud of. How ridiculous we must seem to you, trying so hard, yet so little. All the less worthy of their uniqueness. But I'd heard tiny voices. I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Yet without interruption here, despite the news of the coming end. Brom's leadership to thank for that. They weren't worried though, quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurried to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death. We could hardly tell them there's no cause for Though aided by a goodly growing way, we may find other ways to lighten their burden. Me? Be of use to people? I'm honored that you would think so. Be capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up to the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. If you say so, I suppose it can't hurt to. I passed someone moping in the Western Plaza that looked to be in need of helping poor. Perhaps you might start with him. Good places in. Come. I had to go right all the way around it. Oh well. Funny. Oh, can I help you? Would help me. My anxiety truly so obvious. Burden shared is a burden eased. Pray tell us of any troubles. Little fellows do look like good listeners. I am an engineer, you see. And what they say of the ship, that is the sum of decades of Italian ingenuity. That it's built with the peerless, elegant technology is all true, but I know that none of it's a guarantee. We've never before launched a star-faring vessel, let alone flown in the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and the cargo would be aboard for the first voyage. But even so, if it fails us then, we do. And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight, or the one after that. Everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. Thought the ether bonus design was flawless too, and look how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and thus thou lost power to allay his. Not sure about that, but well. Tell me if there are any aspects of the ship's design that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about and perform our tasks. For one, I devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spatio-temporal spell to regulate the environment, but what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star? Gravitation. Yeah, can be help after all. Up there's not so different from down here. Same rules apply, and if you consider them as part of one great big cosmos rather than separate places. I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Tancred's tale be true, still others would benefit, besides born of experience. Might have prevailed upon the Loporis to attempt. Idea, if I do say so myself. There is naught we'd like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people and learn more about them while we're at it. Glad I am to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them here. Hero, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need. Pray seek out their distress and apprehension. Inform them that help is at hand. I shall await them here. I might introduce the apart. I look forward to that. A place for every Lapara and every Lapara in that. More searching the people. Such a huge area here now. There's like 8 people to find. Unconcerned Gleaner. Apologies, I am waiting for your delivery. Whatever it is, we'll have to wait. It seems like this is too bad for its benefit or otherwise. Alright, fair enough. Doesn't want any help. Check out here that there's nothing in because area. Pretty sure it'll be fine though. Go all the way outside. Check. Gonna be 1 or 2. Skeptical researcher. Heard anything of what's going on in the moon? I have no doubt we can make it up here, but the searching for a new star part of the plan sounds awfully vague to me. Ask the forum, but they will only tell us what our collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel safe wandering through there. Sea of stars on God knows what made by. That I can speak with them directly. Amazing. I hope they have their like us. Worries. Oh, I believe I'm fine. Thank you. I've been confiding in my colleagues and it's been helpful a lot. I can't recommend it enough. Already is the support she needs. Just gonna check just outside here because they just inside. It's gonna be really annoying. One outside, up the end. Here. Also, first, we go around the other. So there's a bunch of people that don't need help. No, the one that I found will only come. So how might I help? A lovely idea. I too noticed something rather tense, so I rushed out to pluck some fresh fragment leaves. Now I need to track down 100 or so. Don't you worry, I can manage. I hope to cheer everyone up goes well. The woman is doing better than you are. Oh god. Okay. Oh, our collaborators that would be more effective than sitting and brooding. Then we can calculate how much cargo we can. Then we can consolidate into 4 trips. Should the Aether burner take its original estimates? Unfeasible. But there simply seems to be too many variables. I feel as my brow would out. Perhaps our lunar associates will have more insight into how much weight, too much weight for our purpose. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. There's another one here. We found 2. Ace, what's wrong with my... Oh, perhaps I'm a bit tense. Tasked with ensuring the proper fauna and only proper fauna are brought with us to the moon. However, suitable ability of a few species under debate. Hardly make my decision myself when I know little about the environment up there. Putting the parts in our discussions is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will. Thank you. Perhaps their biology themselves might offer some clue as well. We'll get this one. I'll probably head back to the other side. Yes, you idiot. Have you seen an envelope lying already? This imbecile refuses to give me the alchemic I ordered with the bloody parchment. Friends have a spell that make me remember where I dropped my envelope. I doubt they'd be more helpful. Wasting enough my time. You, sir, have wasted my time. Be unfortunate for all involved in parts. Yep. Exactly. Anything bothering me? Well, I've been loading cargo bells. The bells now, so my back feels void sent as piano. My feet and knees have dropped. Seems if I break. Still only found 3. Right, there's no one up here. Here, leave me to my misery. The forum and appoint someone else. I apologize to simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark if I'm already falling apart under pressure? And if Starship pilot we might be able to speak with, truly. And there's no time to waste. Help me prepare this monumental task. There you go. So helpful. Alright. And go up into the next area. Alright, there's one here in the middle, so I might as well grab him. What am I thinking about? Medical facilities on the ship. I've done them with the assistance of our stages and chirurgeons, but to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in the great expanses beyond all of us. Say nothing of the effects that living out there indefinitely might have on the body. Through to the moon, why don't I know? Okay. Alright, so 5. Let's check this area here. Here, this is where we started. Uh, 56 bunches of weeds on the ground, 50 weeds, rip one out, add to the pound. Bunches of weeds in that. I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear. I was in need of a little break, you see, but then I found myself unable to relax at all. I went on a walk and then noticed these weeds and... Mission partners and oh so fuzzy. Phew, goodness. Me, that does sound like a much better way to relax. Hope I have it. There we go. Another one. By the gods, am I dying? What is this? Dying feels like. Pardon me, I see you there. There's no cause for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern, even though we may need to depart at any moment. And if the hull I designed buckles under the strain, the entire vessel may explode on launch, claiming countless lives and dooming all of mankind. But that is highly unlikely. Yes, highly unlikely. Highly. help me triple check the structural flaws, you say? That would be wonderful. I'm breathing more easily already. 7 out of 8, so 1 more. I'm just gonna check up the stairs because I have a feeling that up there. Get up here. Search. Side. Double check around the outsides. Love to hide things. Back into middle. That one over there. Hopefully this is blasted assistant. Where have they gone off to at a time like this? Pardon, I have not the time for idle chit-chat. I need to reconfirm the ether levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery. It seems I shall have to do so single-handedly. I swear, when I find those assistants of mine. But you have assistants. We have Laparates. Laparates are willing to help. Why didn't you say so? At least they won't moan about how they checked 2 dozen times already. Haven't slept in weeks lately, odds. Yeah, go and exploit those little bunnies. Alright, let's get back down there. Go finish off this quest and then I'll call it for the day. The thine effort's word hath spread through the labyrinth foss. Verily a far greater number than we anticipated. Living way doth gather the process. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills and new bonds, friendships. Greater matters require thine attentions. Watch over them, I. Alright, let's go here. Waiting around. We enough full of parts to go around. Finally, some rest. Why haven't I spoken so much in years? Well, forever. Count as a buzz. Everyone's gonna meet friends from. It would behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way, Queen's pilot. Advice would be. Party! Actually, hey Shadow, how's it going? What's happening, man? I'm actually about to finish up. Thought someone might hop in at the last second, you know. I'm impressed, truth be told. Struggle to tell one from another, no offense intended, of course. Taken after you and your friends left Mare Lamentorium, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us about Aetherius answering our every question, no matter how true. Just trying to finish my blog post for work, then gonna get ready to stream in an hour and a half. Yes, cool. I'll try to. I'll probably be helping Neo. So, I should be able to load it up and have. Every page filled with the margins. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting, but when I realized there was, were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we would still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we'd been. They think if they could see Urianger now, I dare say they'd be more a bit surprised and impressed, no doubt. Master Louisois, Minfilla, Papa Limo, and not to forget. Oh there. There was some visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I'd take it on. Yes, I am. Fun and Bluida, Charlin's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic and Moonbreeder's parent. Yeah. Moonbreed is an old character from the base game. It hath been some time. It's good to see you in good health. Wise old friend, Louita and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this union, though. Nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to God's knows where. Do you have any idea how worried we were? I'm sorry. It was remiss of me not to deliver the news. More than that, was I who thought it was disillusioned after Master Louisois left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen in years. I'm pretty sure from what I remember, this character um, died, and this is their parents. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could ever force her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Yeah, there we go. Celebrate her life. You know what? That's what she wanted. It's at the end of the last expansion. One thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Words you penned in that shaky hand. We must have cried as much as for you as we did for her. Sorry, I truly am. I knew not what to say, and knew not how to express my feelings. Poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings of sadness and loss, studied and memorized, the meaningless in the moment. Silly boy, we're all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. In our hearts, we know, we always know. When you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our Moen didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping, no matter how many times we scolded her. So I don't think we ever knew that these two characters grew up with each other. We offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? Had to mull over it for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She dragged you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all try to understand you much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting all the same, but she only ever had the best of intent. Now, look at you now. At the center of the crowd, reason there is for a crowd. even having brought these people together. No idea how proud we are. See the boy our daughter trusted and believed in more than anyone grow into the man she could be. I can see her in you, feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Erinja, for being who. Nice. Story. I think I can feel her too. Of her life, not sorrow, but hope and love. Frida, she was important to him, was she? You could ask the man himself. But watching his change reminds me how much I've yet to learn, and it's beautiful. Live here your entire life and hardly learn it. Why? It's too soon for this to end. Hey, finish this off. Okay, be sure that I'm fine. I am. Oh, glad to see them too after so very long. Glad still that it was in your company. As difficult as it was to accept their kindness, it would have been far harder to if I faced it alone. Sleep. Before I move on, I'm gonna go and offer up before I forget. Here. I've not had any gifts from dungeons or anything in so long. All just gear that's been upgrading progression of the story. Nice to really have a little bit better. But anyway, I'll get to 90, I'll probably buy a bunch of crafting gear, and it'll be all over. Won't need anything else for 8. Alright, so that is everything for today. So I'm really at the end of the story here. It's the kind of tying a few things up. It looks like going into what am I here now with level 89 mission now, something like that. So getting close. It's good. Alright, so thanks for popping in, Shadow. I'm just going to tie this up now, and I'll probably jump on Xbox actually, so if I can help Neo out. I know Todd's home a bit early, so I'll either do one or the other, I guess. But yeah, I'm pretty much just going to take a break and jump over there, so, but yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. As soon as I'll set up a party as soon as, I don't know if you're in one already. Then cool. I will catch everyone later.